Let's talk basketball. So I've had a request to talk basketball, and I always like to talk requests. I tried to avoid sports in the first episode because I knew that I get controversial. I argue with my teachers about sports. I argue with my friends about sports. I argue with people that probably don't like me about sports because I argue about sports. But I want to talk about the upcoming offseason and what I think is going to happen, what type of moves are going to be made, and the power of the NBA is really going to be switched up. And also, the upcoming draft will factor into that. So right now we're looking at a 2-2 series between Toronto and the Bucks. And then out west, we've already had the Warriors sweep through the Blazers without their arguably best player in Kevin Durant. And Steph Curry's back to his pre-Kevin Durant form. Again, he's scoring 30-something a night without him, and it is getting ridiculous. But let's talk about next year. So the Warriors are going to have to lose one piece of their dynasty, and I honestly think that's going to be KD. I think that's a majority of people that were thinking that was going to be KD. And I thought, when the season first started, I think people thought it was Draymond. And even through the first half, while Draymond wasn't playing very well, I think people thought he might leave because he just really wasn't meshing with the team. But like he said, he changed his play style up, and I think that's really fitting the team like it used to. And I still think when they're going to sign Clay, they're probably going to sign Draymond back this summer. I think that the Warriors are still going to be the ones to beat in the West. I think that's still a great team, although it's guard-centric. They might have enough money to bring a better center in there. I don't exactly know off the top of my head a center that's going into free agency, but maybe just, a strong big man to get the rebounds and play defense, because their offense is definitely centered around Steph Curry, Clay, and Draymond still. So no arguments about that. So let's talk about Kevin Durant to start off. I think Kevin Durant is going to the Clippers. I think that the Clippers are the perfect destination for people like Kawhi and Kevin Durant. And here's why. You've got LeBron in the back end of his career, the back nine, looking at a very bad situation what the Lakers are right now. The Lakers are a complete mess. And I think that people are starting to realize that and say that, oh, wow, we can take advantage of that. Especially people that are like Kevin Durant and are like Kawhi, that are people look at them and they go, they're really good, but are they better than LeBron? And I think if they're going at LeBron in LeBron's town, or not LeBron's town, but the Lakers' town, and if they can make the Clippers better than the Lakers in LA, that's huge. The Clippers are basically the laughingstock of LA, and I think that would be a big power shift in the LA basketball scene. And so I think that's the perfect fit for him. Well, I could see him going to like the Knicks. I would love to see him go to the Nets, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I just think that's probably what's going to go down with Kevin Durant. Now, with Kawhi, the second highest profile free agent this summer, I think he's staying in Toronto. I think Toronto loves him as a city, and I think after this playoff run, he is showing he has his heart out for Toronto. I know it's not where he wants to play, because I know he wants to live and be back home in LA, but I really think that, Kawhi, the city loves him. The city has accepted him. There's a bunch of stuff going on right now where, there's restaurants letting him eat free for life if he resigns, free condos, free rides. I think that this city has embraced Kawhi. I think you're starting to see the emotion come out of Kawhi because he's embracing the city. So I think that is my top landing spot for him, and I would love to see that because I think that the Raptors are a really good team with him. I think Pascal Siakam's on the come up, so I think he's good. And I think when Kyle Lowry is on, I think he is a very good point guard. And I think if you're going to look at a second destination for him, maybe the Clippers. I've heard some people say the Sixers. I don't know. The Sixers contract situation is very iffy right now, so I can't really agree with that. But I would definitely see the Clippers and maybe the Lakers, but I don't think that would happen. Now let's talk Kyrie Irving. My Celtics. So let's talk more about the Celtics, but Kyrie Irving is a centerpiece of them. Kyrie Irving, I don't want him here. I have a few ideas of what to do with him. He might walk. I think he might give us the courtesy, or Danny Ainge might re-sign him and trade him, because I don't think he's good for our system. I don't think he's good for our locker room, because Brad Stevens' offense is designed to run around not one person scoring all the points. I get that last year in the playoffs when Kyrie was out, you had Jaylen Brown go off for a series, you had Terry Rozier go off for the series before that, and you had Tatum go off for the third series. But I don't think that you're going to see one player take over the Celtics. I think you're going to have a bunch of people that are averaging in between maybe 20 and 14 points a game. And I think that's the type of system that they want to build there. I think someone like Kemba Walker would be a great fit for the Celtics, and I think they might actually end up trading him to someone like the Lakers in the Western Conference if that's where Kyrie wants to go, because I think that they just want to get a piece in return for him and not let him walk. Personally, I'm a huge Tatum fan. Everyone that knows me knows that, but if I don't think I could say no to having Anthony Davis here. It's just really tough, because if I'm giving up Tatum, I don't want to give up that much else, because Anthony Davis has never proved that he can win anything, so I don't want to give up the house for him, and I don't know what these GMs in New Orleans want for him, so I think that's going to be interesting. I don't want to get in a bidding war with New York with that either. I think we have great young core if Kyrie leaves. I still think Tatum and Brown, I've had people tell me that they want to give Hayward till the next season and see if he finally progresses back to his all-star form that he was pre-injury. So I think we have a lot of pieces that we can be excited and build around. I just think it's going to be a tough season. The locker room's definitely divided, and I think we need to make a comeback. Overall, let's finish this up with the draft. The draft is crazy this year. I think this might be one of the most stacked draft classes ever, honestly. That's a prediction, obviously. But you got Zion, John Morant, RJ Barrett, these great top 3 players. But outside of them, you have people like Jarrett Culver, who I personally think should be the 4th pick. I think Jarrett Culver is one of the best players in this draft. He has a great outside shot. He's almost a RJ Barrett type player. I don't want to say a poor man's RJ Barrett because he shoots better than RJ Barrett, but I think that would be an interesting fit for a lot of teams. And I would love to see someone like the Knicks trade away their pick to the Pelicans and see if you can get a chemistry of Zion and RJ together again, because I think they meshed really well while they were at Duke. I think that'd be a great team fit. Along with this, I have my Celtics are picking at 15 or 14. I don't know, whichever one the Kings are picking at. And I think that it would be great for the Celtics to pick someone like Bol. He has a lot of risk. He was just injured. But I think someone like him, he's 7'3" and can shoot. I mean, last time we saw that, it was Kristaps, right? I think that's a great player to take that risk on, because Celtics need a big man. I love Robert Williams, but Robert Williams 6'10". I think we need a true 7-footer to come and step in. He's young. He can shoot. He would fit our system really well. Moves the ball, can dribble. It's a great for our 5-out offense that Stevens like to run, and he's a great at pick and pops and pick and rolls. Other than that, I really would like to see I would just like to see that the draft, there's no stupid picks. I don't want to see the Knicks not pick RJ Barrett with the 3rd pick. I don't want to see someone screw up tremendously and let, like the Lakers get RJ Barrett, because I think that would just be terrible. And I think then the Lakers are going to try to trade him away. I don't want to see RJ Barrett go to the Lakers because the Knicks are stupid. I hope that the top 3 picks, in my eyes, are set. Like, you got to take 1 Zion, 2 Ja, 3 has to be RJ Barrett. And that's just my opinion, but I think that's a pretty big consensus. I would take, if I was the Lakers, I'm taking Culver. I think you would take Culver and then trade Ingram, because I think Ingram has overstayed his welcome in LA. I think he is overhyped, and I think that he is truly needs to put on weight if he ever wants to be good. He doesn't play good enough defense. He is lanky, but he doesn't get off his feet well enough, and he's too scared to take the shots that he should be able to make, and I've seen him repeatedly take and make when he will shoot the ball. So I think if you were to take Culver, I think that would be a good replacement for Ingram in your system, and then I think you might be able to package Ingram and Hart for a good player. Like I said, I would love to see Kyrie get traded over there for some good young pieces. But I really think that Culver to the Lakers would be a really good pick for the Lakers. Just to conclude with my final predictions, I want to give my top 3 teams that I think are going to be on the Western and Eastern conferences next year. I want to give a dark horse or a unpredictable team as well. So my top 3 locks for the West are going to be the Warriors, Nuggets, and Trailblazers. Again, I don't think anyone's taking them out. And then I think if you go over to the East, I think you're going to end up with the Celtics, Bucks and Raptors. I truly think that the Celtics are going to have a bounce back year next year after they underperformed severely this year. My dark horse for the West is going to be the Kings. I really think that the Kings have a great chance to do well this year with players like De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley, Harry Giles, Willie Cauley-Stein, and Buddy Hield all coming to their own. I think you're going to see a great combination of those players playing to their full potential. I think you might see De'Aaron Fox average 20 and 10 next year, and I think that would be a great step for him in his career. In the East, it's not as much of a dark horse as much as I don't know what's going to go on with them. I have no clue if the Sixers are going to be good next year. I don't know what's going on with their contract situations, and I think that's a severe detriment to them because I don't know if they're going to sign Jimmy Butler, if he's going to go to the Nets, or if they're going to keep Tobias Harris. I really don't know, and they've traded a lot of their bench away to get those players, so I think that's going to severely impact their chances of making a top 3 seed next year. Overall, I'd just like to thank you guys for coming to see this episode of LoudCast and my opinions on the upcoming NBA season. Just drop a like and subscribe if you want to, and leave your comments about the video and suggestions for the next video in the comment section below. Thank you.